Right, are we back? We're on here, yes. Are we on YouTube? So the thing that we're doing? Yeah, that it is. Alright, my loyal specs, welcome back to Torment, Tides of Numenora. We are continuing back where we left off to try to figure out what happened about this little kid, and also to find somebody to fix the machine that I fell on top of. It'll be good. Yeah. Getting right back up into this loading screen. The best part of any game. I think this is actually probably like the third bit of this one. You are the cast-off avatar of some kind of god of hidden knowledge, and you fell from the sky like a comet. This is you. You're the white... I mean, you can kind of be whatever color your class decided, but it's like a D&D game. Sophie, you were the one that was making sculptures of the thing that was trying to chase me earlier, weren't you? Farewell. A slaver, you say? Let's kill him. Don't talk to me, talk to the boss. What if I want to talk to you, though? Slavers. Tolmagur! You seem like the kind of person to mess with. As you approach, the wild-haired woman eyes you speculatively and whispers something to her companions. They burst out laughing, and a slight smirk plays about her lips. A breathing mask dangles from a cord around her neck, and you can see where it has cut permanent grooves into her face. She ruffles her hair, messing it still further, and sings out, "Come to buy a slave, cast-off? If you've come to me, you must want something of the sort." He's a fresh one. I can smell it on him. How do you know I'm a cast-off? The tattoo. I've had dealings with your kind before. I know about you. She rakes her fingers through her hair. Is this a dating sim? No, this is not. Whew, good. Where was I? If anything, the motion serves to obscure her vision even more. So, cast-off, I have information you might want. Of course, it comes with a price. What kind of information do you have? You think you'll get it from me that easily? I don't think so. I know your type, you cast-offs. Not a one of you can be trusted. I give you this information, you're gone before I can collect my price. So forgive me if I decline to say outright what secrets I hold. Actually, the reason that my stuff was screwed up was because OBS was screwed up. I'm not a robot, I promise.
I'll remember that.
One of my wards has run off. She's taken a head wound, not my doing, and I've been watching after her. I don't know where she's gone, but I suspect she's headed to Cliff's Edge. Plenty of other urchins clamoring about the place, and she'd find it easy to blend in. Sadly, my troop and I are detained here, so we can't go ourselves. These lack nibblers are tired of hunting her. Damn girl hides well. Too well. She's a scrawny child, name of Rin. Head wound, but it's covered by dark curly hair. Has a little necklace around her throat. Babbles about her gods. Go get her for me, and I'll tell you what you want to know. Answer some other questions first. Fine. Can you tell me about yourself? I'm a slaver. I'm the last person you want to make an enemy. I've got a reputation for coming through on my word. Nothing else need concern you. What can you tell me about the Order of Truth? You want to deal with them? Be my guest. Those pompous Eon priests are up in Government Square. They think they can unlock the secrets of the past, but they're not focusing on what's most important, which is creating for the future. They say they're studying, learning, but the fact is they're not doing anything useful. Don't let them tell you otherwise. Oh boy. What about the cult of the changing god? Delusional meaning seekers. They spend their time chasing their imaginary deity, ignoring what it means to be alive. Ooh, what has he done now, they say. Can I tongue his divine arse? As if knowing his life makes theirs any better. By studying his actions, they might be able to replicate his success. If studying his life provides meaning to theirs, who are you to judge it, or they're misguided? The only way to understand life is to experiencing it. Maybe like that one. Yay, the blue tide. I don't know what the tides are. I don't know what the tides are! Please, if they were going to succeed at anything, they'd have done it by now. But look around, you hear any of them doing anything of note? Living in grand mansions, owning fleets of airships? You don't, and it's because they're intent on living in someone else's shadow. Nothing grows in the shade. Nonsense. I could mention at least one thing that grows in the dark, but I'm a gentleman. God damn it, Tibeer! Come back and talk to me later, then, if you can tear yourself away from this scintillating company. Slavery! Talk to me about slavery. It's not so bad, not horrific. Almost no one sells them for parts anymore. Fact is, most of them go down to the Bloom, where they can walk off their debt to society by opening a maw or two. It's not a forever thing, it's a punishment. What about Sagas Cliffs? Ask someone who cares. I think the city's a sewer. Alright, so I guess I gotta go look for a girl hiding somewhere. Guess that's what it was. Yeah, video seems to be working for other people, Apple Juice. Let's see. The camera jerking around like that is kind of awkward. The Changing God! We found the cult of the Changing God! Look, look! It is one of the Death Cheater's vessels! Ah, can it be? What fortune! What joy! Casmine will want to see you, vessel, and Mimion, too. Talk to me, friendo. Casmine and Mimion, huh? Well, where are Casmine and Mimion?
Yes.
Casmine, Mimion, Casmine and Mimion, there we go. Hi there, Casmine. As you approach the duo, you see that they are arguing heatedly but quietly. The petite woman turns towards you. Her hair is unusual, a light, almost yellow color, and her bright eyes dominate her pretty face. Excuse me, sir, my friend and I were having a discussion and... Her eyes fall on your tattoo and her breath catches audibly in her throat. A cast-off, one I've never seen. Her partner is an unnaturally tall man, gaunt and sour-faced, his voice sonorous, with the fingers that twitch and weave through strange contortions. Occasional light sparks in the air as he does. He turns to you and opens his mouth to speak, registers your tattoo and closes it again. His throat bobs for a moment, and he says, "It is an honor." He collects himself. If I might impose on your time for a moment, will you tell me about your tattoo? How did you shape it? Do you know why it differs from the others? I'm having trouble placing him. Could it be? I need more time to question him. Others? You mean other cast-offs? Yes, revered one, your siblings. He bows deeply and his fingers spark with a repressed joy. You are a child of the Changing God. His mind saw the world through your eyes. He gained knowledge in your body, as he has done countless times over the centuries. The tattoo on your head marks you. We theorize it has a role to play in his creation of you, his cast-off shells. You are welcomed here, revered one. We stand ready to serve as we can. Have you any questions for us? Do you know anything about the sorrow? Casmine shudders and touches herself ritualistically on the forehead and lips. A monster of deepest nightmare. I have heard that it wants you dead. Every one of the Holy One's creations, all dead. I don't know why, but it hates you. Who are you? Tell me who you are. Mimion considers your words before answering, a thoughtful pause. I am Mimion. I am one of the leaders of the cult of the Changing God in Sagas Cliffs, and my primary duty is as chief archivist. My colleague is Kazmine. She is responsible for the day-to-day administration of our encampment. What can you tell me about the city? The city your sire built and defended, the cradle of civilization, the center of the empire of knowledge. His eyebrows rise and his slow tone is effusive. It is among the great works of humanity in the Ninth World, built on the foundations laid by unknown creators. It has risen to become one of the preeminent cities on Garavia Sound. It keeps saying all these words that I don't frickin' know any context for. It is somewhat diminished in these latter years, to be sure. Perhaps if the changing god were to return to lead us to victory. What's the tattoo all about? You are a cast-off of the changing god, our inspiration, the man who has cheated death for centuries so that he might accumulate wisdom. He wears bodies like clothes, and abandons them when he has exhausted his studies in them. Yet when he leaves, a spark of consciousness remains. Your consciousness, revered one. Neat. What can you tell me about him? You mean the most accomplished inventor of our time? The hero of Sagas Cliffs? The man who dodged death itself? The Time Weaver? The man who destroyed Tabat? Oh, we have so much to say. But perhaps we should wait for another time. What about a resonance chamber? Rumor and conjecture, nothing more. Idle speculation from those who wish to pretend to knowledge of your sire's motivations, passed along as fact. Have you seen it? Do you know where it is? What it does? I need to know who can repair it. That makes sense. So you have seen it? So you have seen it? You've touched it? She catches herself. She seems almost overwhelmed. Your tattoo, like all the others, but this one is different. He looks sharply at you now, all distraction gone. I do not recognize you. You do not match any descriptions we have recorded. Wait, let me remember your face. Oh my, you're new. Are you the changing god? Can it be? She reaches out to touch your sleeve and pulls her hand back quickly. Yes, I am, absolutely and definitely. When someone asks you if you're a god, you say yes. How's it going, siblings? Tell me truly, please. Do not deceive us, for we will know. Are you the changing god incarnate here before us? So many have tried to deceive us. They don't understand how much we know about them. Absolutely I am. You're not a cast-off, not one of his children. I knew it. Cass, I would welcome the opportunity to question our inspiration directly, but kindly remember that we have been deceived before. If you truly are he, perhaps you can settle this question for us. Dark figures circumambulate these clock faces. I theorize that your creation of the time shields that protected this city established a connection with your future selves. Or perhaps your wisdom brought them here. Whatever the truth, we believe those figures may be cast-offs, or ghosts of cast-offs, perhaps, the living shells of the bodies you have worn previously. But the clock is unmoored in time, you see. We do not have a knowledge sufficient to investigate. But you might. You created the clock. If you are who you claim, you should be able to align it with the present time and uncover who those figures are. Yeah, I'll do that. We have tried ourselves. I have appealed to the ardor of truth. I have spoken with eminent seekers of knowledge. We have sent for wisdom from as far as the steadfast. A great achievement, you must agree. None have given us answer. Perhaps memory of your creation will come to you. Perhaps you can find an answer where others have failed. Oh, shit. You will have our boundless gratitude, revered one. You had questions about the resonance chamber, you said. We can help you, but first you must investigate the clock and the figures inside it, or else we must turn from your words. Siblings reviews. Why on earth would you want to play Bendy and the Ink Machine? That game is fucking garbage. Alright, so let's take a look at this clock business. What do we got going on here? The complex machine towers over you. Its purpose is unclear, but the 3 circular faces set into the ground remind you of clocks. Something is wrong with the machine, however. It's partially transparent, shimmering in the air when you look directly at it. The clock faces seem to show several different different times at once. Humanoid silhouettes ripple beneath the central clock face. One places his hand against the face as though it were a glass wall. They seem to be watching you. Let's examine this machine. The towering mechanism wavers in the air. Similar to Calestige, it appears to be in several states at once. Pardon me, though all of the machine states are in the exact same location. You can't touch it either. Your hand passes through the structure. As you pull your hand away, a memory strikes you as powerfully as if someone took a club to your chest. You are working at the clock. It is no longer transparent, but perfectly solid. There is a noise behind you. So they've come. The 3 traitors. They think to surprise you, but through the powers of the clock you have foreseen this moment. There is the faintest sound of metal sliding against leather. You slap a hand on the central clock face, activating the clock's central powers. You're not sure what it will do to them, but it's better than what they'll do to you. There is a flash. Arcs of energy stretch out from the clock, over your shoulders to your would-be attackers. You don't see what happens to them, but they quickly disappear along with their screams. As the last shreds of the memory fade, a swirl of energy passes through your body. Cold barbs prick every muscle. Suddenly, tidal forces arc from the clock to 3 ancient devices in the cultist encampment. The clock recognized something inside you. Or maybe vice versa. Either way, you have inadvertently activated the nearby devices. This thing. The middle bit, and then this one over here. Neato! We've activated some things. What else can I look at this thing? Reach for the silhouetted figures. Your hand passes through the clock face, the figures in the entire structure. Alright, so let's talk to Kasmin then. As much as I would like to help you, blah blah blah. Okay, so I guess I have to look at these things then. Let's go interact with this stuff that I've activated. Whoa, I'm getting memories. As you approach this device, Circus Minor changes around you. People are dressed differently and speak differently. Whole new structures appear, including an enormous building rising from the edge of the square. You look down at the device. A series of images flit across its surface. They don't appear to be related to the changes around you. You see faces of other people and places, all of them familiar. Examine the changes on the device. As soon as you focus on them, you feel a warmth on your head where your tattoo is. The images respond to your thoughts, slowing and changing at your whim. It's something about your body that allows you to do this, which perhaps means that only you can even see the changes. You immediately recognize the pictures as pieces of memory, specifically the 3 memories you saw back in the fathoms of your mind. The underwater city, the lush valley, the city under siege. Underwater city! The memory is recent. 2 men, both with tattoos like your own, are in an underwater city searching for something. The denizens of the city chase them from their quarry and ultimately surround and capture them. As you review the memory, you get a strange feeling in your mind that you can only describe as a query. The device wants something from you. Suddenly you remember, the memories in the device are possibilities, but you can lock one of the memories here so it is the only one that displays. You don't remember what purpose that served, though. Supreme Coctus Leader asks, what's your opinion on net neutrality? That is a subject for a completely different video, not in the middle of a gameplay stream, I think. If you guys want me to talk about it, I might. Later, maybe. Let's find out. Let's look at the memory in the Lush Valley. Somehow you know the memories from a long time ago. Centuries, probably. A man and a woman, both with tattoos like your own, are surveying a lush, secluded valley for some purpose you cannot recall. Look at the memory of the city under siege. Somehow you know this memory is ancient. It may have occurred 1,000 years ago. A man and a young girl race through the streets of Sagas Cliffs. All around them, the city is attacked by terrible people, the Tabat, as you recall. The man takes them to an ancient machine somewhere in the city, and then he and the girl disappear. That's the same thing that happened to the boy! The same thing that happened to that kid that we met a little bit ago. Alright, look at the changes that are around me. Circus Minor looks almost completely different. All the people are dressed strangely, and though they speak the truth, they use many terms and phrases that you don't understand. The square's changed as well. All of the tents are gone. The buildings are more colorful and less weathered. One building in particular rises from the edge of the square, a tower of purple rock some 50 stories high. A mural is painted on the side, though you can't see the details from here. Let's lock the memory of the underwater city to this device. Image of the 2 men in the underwater city are now the only images that play on the surface of this device. They search for something, are chased, and then are captured over and over again in an endless loop. Neato! Let's go take a look at the other one, this one in the middle. Bap! Look, more memories! It's the same thing here. We're gonna lock the besieged city in the center, maybe? There's gotta be something to it up here that's gotta... Like, maybe there's more to this thing than I am allowed to see. Yes, now. Ugh. Let's go take a look over here. Don't worry about it, Kristen. We are doing the thing. We are playing us some very Dungeons and Dragons type game. Circus Minor's thrown into chaos. Buildings are on fire. People are screaming and running for their lives while armored soldiers hunt them. None of them seem to pay any attention to you. So this one has got to be the besieged city. Oh, here we go. As you lock the third image, the air around the device trembles. The other devices in the square begin to glow as though they're about to do something. Just as suddenly, the glow on all 3 devices fades. The image you had locked on this device flickers, and then the 3 memories flit across its surface once more. Okay, so I have to find the right, memories to lock in the things. So this one, we have to lock the besieged city in. Then, we have to take a look at this one. Which one is this? Strange feeling that something's different, but the change is so small that it's hard to tell. That one has to be the underwater city, then. Yeah. And then this one has to be the last one. Whole new structures, buildings coming out of the square. The memory of the lush valley?
I'm ready to learn something.
Here we go. As you lock this third image, a final surge of energy arcs through the air from the device to the clock itself. The clock shines for a moment, then becomes solid, fixed into a single state. We fixed the frickin' clock! Check that out! Bam! 1 full clock. Nice! Alright, so what have you got to say to me? God, this is a terrifying sound. You fixed the clock! I knew you could do it! I knew it! She shoots a triumphant smile at Mimion. You must tell us what you saw. Who were those figures? Were they cast-offs? What did they say? Were you able to retrieve them? He smiles, though reservations still dance in his eyes. Hush, Cass. Our inspiration had a question for us once the task we set for him was complete. Unfortunately, your task is not entirely complete. We told you our price. That decision stands. Let's interact with the clock, then. Let's see here. The machine is solid now. Each of the 3 clock faces shows a single time, though none of them point to any time measurement that you understand. You lean closer to the central clock face. The 3 shadowy figures still lurk within, their features almost discernible now. Suddenly, the features surge out of the clock towards you. Intense pressure strikes your head like a steel spike. Then everything goes black. I passed out. Did I get sent to the memories in my head now? Is that what happened? Yes, I'm back in my brain, and we're at the impossible place. Neat, look at that.
I'm ready.
Let's go down these stairs, to go down these stairs, to go down these stairs, to go down these stairs. What is going on? Ah, my brain! It's just, you know, some good stuff. So we've got Vilon, Kamos, and Diviatiku. Diviatisu. Let's say that this let's say that this guy's name is as French as possible. He's Diviatisu. So what have you got to say, Diviatisu? The 3 figures before you are disoriented. They don't even seem to notice you at first. All of them have a tattoo like yours. Cast-offs. Kamos. What befell us? The woman is dressed in powerful-looking armor. Her face bears several scars, yet her eyes have the innocence of a child. Did he do something? Are we still in the clock? What new torture does the changing god have for us? I do not believe so. The second figure is tall, dressed in all black. Its height is exaggerated further by a violet, fish-like crest on the top of its head. Its large yellow eyes are squinted, scanning around. There was a man outside the clock, but it wasn't. It was him. The third figure points at you. He is small, wiry, and tense, as though he expects danger. He carries a shield on his back. He's a cast-off. Can't say I recognize him, though. Who are you? The woman steps forward. We beg your forgiveness. Wait, hang on. God, I'm screwing the voices up already. We beg your forgiveness, friend, brother. We have been through quite the trial. I am Kamos. These are my friends Diviatisu and Vilon. We are cast-offs like you. We were ingested in your head. I saw it. How is that possible? Who are you? I'm a cast-off like you. The latest one. Is that Gold Tide? What are the fucking tides? What do they do? I don't know anything about this. Aye. The latest? That's not possible. We faced the changing god mere days ago, and you are not the body he wore. I think we might have been trapped in that clock for centuries, Kamos. Something about it messed with our perception. Ooh, back cracking. Delicious. Oh, good, yes. What are we doing here? Time is an illusion. How long is the wrong question. What is this place? Where are we? Outside time we were, perhaps still are. You can't, Siblings Review says you can't find the book in the cog. That's because that game is garbage. Don't bother playing with it and play any game that is better. Almost any game would be better than that one. You are in my mind. Diviatisu is a Vargellan, which seems to be this kind of weird fish creature, I guess. Yes, perhaps you are right. Our consciousnesses were ripped from our bodies when the changing god activated his clock. Oh, you're the 3 traitors! Then when you appeared, it happened again. Our minds ripped from their chronal position. I cannot be certain, but I believe this is part of some vast mental construct. Alpha Otter asks, are you going to be doing a lore video for Arc Aberration? You bet I will. I am excited to take a look at it, even if I don't like the gameplay. The game itself is quite good, so I'm definitely going to be doing a lore video for that one as well. In the next couple days, I think, is when I'm going to be working on it. Your mental construct. That's where we were, yes. What? You mean we just went from one prison to another? You did this. If this is your mind, then let us out. What do I do here? I don't see any way out. Let me look around. I'll be back. I don't know how to get us out of here. Why can't you get us out of here? Why did the changing god trap you in the clock? Why did the changing god trap you in the clock? Yes. The three of us once worked alongside our sire, helping him with his research after he'd brought the Order of Truth to Sagas Cliffs. We saw him for what he was, selfish, arrogant. Maralel helped us to see. I wonder what has become of her since we were imprisoned. He doesn't care about us, not a single one of his children. All of his projects were always about him. He didn't care if anyone got hurt in the process. I can read. We betrayed him. Unlike the others, the Varjellen looks you directly in the eye. We meant to stun him, to capture him before he could escape to another body, but he was too quick for us. He activated the clock, tearing our minds from our bodies and trapping us eternally. Let me look around.
Go.
There isn't anything here, but I'm gonna look around just in case. Huh. Alright, well, let's talk to you guys again. Friendos! Why can't you get us out of here? Weren't you listening? We were trapped in that clock for centuries. I'm looking for a way out, believe me, but if Divertisi says it's your mind, then it's your show. So long as we live, there is hope. One of us will find a way. I don't know how to get out of here. Relax, friend brother. Whether for days or centuries, we survived that clock. We will survive this. If time is an illusion, then it is not our enemy. We will find a way. I don't see a way out. The Varjellen stretches its neck, putting its face within a handspan of yours. It seems to be examining you. Then it says, "Your mind. Only you have the power to change. Only you can prevent forest fires." What he's trying to say is this place was created for your body, or perhaps by your body. Our sire placed within each of us, unique gifts and abilities. For example, I have never heard tell of another cast-off who could trap consciousnesses the way that you have. He would not have created this space for you without also giving you a means by which to move through it. Think, what other gifts did our Creator bestow upon you? I'm what they call a nano. So's the Varjellen, but you don't see him barking about it. You see, that's just the type of thing that you do. It's a path you chose, not something our sire gave you, nor a means to freedom. I chose an aspect of myself when I was born. I can see what you speak of. This aspect describes you. Just as I am Varjellen, Villon is observant, Kamos is foolish. Come on. I object to that characterization. This is great. He's not wrong, and you know it. It's the truth. Anyway, you've gotten us out of twice as much trouble as you get us into. These aspects are descriptors of who we are, but they are not us. That you chose your aspect says quite a lot, but I do not believe that is enough to set us free. So I built a path out of a deep fathom. I built a path out of a deep fathom in my mind by recovering memories I had lost. Perhaps, if there were any memories here to recover. Maybe I just don't know what memories look like, but I don't see anything. Morgan Ritson asks, would you ever play Bloodborne, and if so, can I join? Yeah, I'd be down to play Bloodborne. I just don't have a PS4, and I think you have to have a PS4 for it, don't you? Unless Bloodborne is for PC, at which point I might look into it soon. It would seem that we are in agreement, Villon. I don't think I have the ability you're talking about. You must. We each have our gifts given to us by our sire for a specific purpose. His purpose, of course, but a purpose nonetheless. They say, for example, that, foolish though I may be, I have 9 magical gifts of speech. That is not something I chose nor learned, but it is who he made me to be. I am a master of defensive arts. Our sire learned them when he was in my body, probably built my body to excel at it. I wouldn't call it a gift, but it's me, yeah. I am one with the shadows. I live in them. I breathe them. This is not some esotery I discovered, but a unique ability our sire chose for me while he was in my body. The gift is in you. Perhaps you have just forgotten. Our sire wouldn't have made this place for you without granting you the power to get out. Focus. Find the answer inside yourself. Well, let's try to find it then. You rifle through your memories past everything you actually remember to those memories you didn't create yourself. There must be a key or a door, anything that would help you to escape this fathom of your mind. Just as you're about to give up, you find something, a cluster of sparks, nascent abilities deep within the core of your being. You sense the abilities to speak eloquently, to use a shield with a master's skill, to lurk among the shadows as though they were home. None of them seem particularly suited to creating a path out of this place, but as you sift through them, you know that you are trapped here, not because it is some puzzle your sire left for you to solve, but because you are not yet whole. This is another part, the last part of deciding who you are. In completing yourself, you will be able to open a path back to the calm of your mind. So I have to absorb one of these guys. Siblings Reviews says, will you do a theory on 5 Nights and go blow yourself? Let's see. Silver Tongue, Breathe Shadow, or Master's Defense. Natural Charisma gives max effort +1 on Persuasion, Deception, and Intimidation tasks. That's not bad. Your focus grants you additional abilities regardless of your chosen type. Each provides benefits both in battle and out of it and is geared towards a particular approach. So we've got the talky type, the sneaky type, and the fighty type, it looks like. Nocturnal gives me quick fingers, deception, and perception. Surprise attack allows me to backstab. Yeah! And then you've got counter attack, which allows you to counter attack on stuff that misses you. Good. And Shield Master, which gives me 10% evasion as long as you have an item equipped in offhand. We're definitely going Bard. Silver Tongue it is. Let's do this. There's the portal! Look! That's it. You did it. Does this mean we can go back to the real world? I don't think so, Villon. But it does mean we are free. Finally. Thank you, friend. Go. We will follow. Something's not right. Shadows, angles. It's safer for him to go first. So this thing is dangerous. We get to go and have a fight. Is that what's happening? Yep, it's the Sorrow. Oof. Ouch. Supreme Cactus about Sanitarium. I don't know what that game is. I might look into it. Who knows? Whoop whoop, we're in a loading screen. Loading screen. And I'm back in another bit of my mind, it looks like, with that one ghost from before. The Spectre! What did happen? It blasted you out of that part of your mind. The Sorrow must be gathering its strength, taking spaces in your mind to keep you from reaching your full potential. I don't know why it doesn't just destroy you. Maybe the fragments aren't strong enough. Yet. It's all right, though. We have more important things to do, right? Like get that chamber fixed. Something feels odd about this man, but it takes a while to put your finger on it. It's his thoughts. They aren't there, or rather they're there, but they're indistinct. A kind of white noise that blends in too well with the background hush of this place. Your thoughts are fuzzy. Why can't I read them? His voice is dry, but his smile takes some of the sting from his words. I imagine it's because we're in a place of pure thought. I'm a construct of pure thought, and that our conversation is taking place on the level of thoughts. Most things here aren't real. It'd be like reading your own mind. Interesting. Are you always here? Where else would I be? I found the resonance chamber. Yeah, I saw that. I don't see everything you do out there in the world, but I definitely saw that. You have to find a way to fix it. How did activating the clock in the real world open that other fathom? Who knows? It probably triggered something in your mind. Made a bridge you didn't have before. Maybe you did have the bridge once, but you lost it. Is there anything to do while I'm here? You mean apart from the cabaret acts, distilleries, and endless adventure just behind the next wrinkle in your mind? And if you believe that... Sorry, but it's your mind. There's nothing like that here. I've looked. Still, you've changed things plenty already. I wouldn't be surprised if something showed up here eventually. Could other fathoms open? Maybe. You've already made a lot of changes to this place. At this point, nothing would surprise me. If this is my mind, why don't I remember it? God, I gotta have better posture. I'm yawning too much. I told you as much as I know. It's your mind, and that means you're in control. Sibling reviews, any ideas on the cog? Yes, you could quit playing the game and never find it because it's probably not gonna get found anyway. But I think the resonance chamber will do that for us. It'll unite us, make us whole again. Has anything changed since the last time I was here? Look around, it's your mind. What do I do now? With the chamber broken, I'm not sure. We need to find someone who can fix it. That chamber's our only hope. Without it. Well, let's take a look around. What is this thing? The portal has collapsed into this tiny pulsing sphere. Something about it strikes you as angry, though you'd be hard-pressed to say why. Oh, it's because those three are still, trapped inside of it. Poor dudes. I feel bad about that.
Now.
Yes, now. How's it going, Justin?
Of course.
This is a broken portal? Yes.
Yes. Now.
Anything out here? No. So, we can go through here and see what happens. Huh, I can breathe again. Thank you very much for that, Justin. Yeah, both of those ARC videos took about 3 days straight to make, because I had to compile all the story bits and then put them into an Excel sheet that would line up the timelines for it, and then record all the stuff for it and edit everything together. Oh boy. Siblings reviews, the cog is often behind a bookshelf or under a table. You could look around there. Yeah. I mean, again, just stop playing that garbage piece of software. Play something better. I would even go so far as to say that as much as I hate it, Hello Neighbor might be a better game than Bendy and the Ink Machine. And that game is garbage, too. Kazmin! And you have completed your task. What did you see inside the clock? Here we go. Let's see. I met Kamoz, Diviatsu, and Villon. I know these names. They're not new to us. They were favored servants of your creator, cast-offs who served him well. Indeed, Diviatsu brought the Order of Truth to Sagas Cliffs, but they betrayed their holy trust and disappeared. Nevertheless, we will honor our arrangement. You sought answers about who might repair the resonance chamber. I wish I could tell you that. I truly do. We know that you built it with the aid of one of your vessels, but we don't know his or her name. Perhaps one of your children might know where to find him or her. Cactus asks, have I played the full release of Hello Neighbor yet? No, I haven't, and it is probably not, I'll probably end up playing it at some point when I need something to make me angry, but, do what you do. Justin asks, have I played Aberrations yet? No, I have not played Ark Survival Evolved Aberrations just yet. It is not in my Steam library yet because I have not bought it, and I do not know if I will be able to afford it this month, but I will be able to get the bits of story from it at least. Yeah. I know of only one other cast-off still in the city, the albino assassin Matkina. They call her the White Death. She wore a camouflaging cloak and brought destruction in her wake. The last I heard of her, she was in the underbelly. Seek her, but be wary. Neat! I need to find a place to sleep so that I can get my pools down here back. Surely there must be a place for it? What do we got here? Embedded in the cliff wall is a massive structure that clearly predates the buildings that surround it. Hi there, Sagus townsperson. Take your time buying things in this market. Make sure you know what you're getting. Let's go downstairs. Have I done Fallout stories? No, I haven't, but would that be something interesting? Would you guys like a sort of timeline lore video of the Fallout series? Because that one seems like it would take a lot of time, but I'm sure I could do it. We're in the underbelly. Headless man, huh? This lissom Jack looks down on his luck, judging for— Hey, no, come back, Headless Man, I want to talk to you, hang on. Shit, damn it, I'll go catch him later. Anyway. How now, helpmeet? Got any— Tabir! Good to see you. Last I heard, you and Reese were running from the levees. Slipped him again, eh? This your new crew? Looking for an in-and-out man? I'm free at the moment and ready and able to do some crimes. Two old friends, they gotta have some work for me. Hoo-hoo. Manth, my boy, always joking, he says through gritted teeth, and so loudly. He puts an arm around the young man's neck and snugs him in a little too tight. Someday, someone going to hear one of your loud jokes and call the watch on you. And me. And no, this is not my new crew. This is my friend, who I am helping find his way around the pitfalls of our great city. Manth is actually the most honest boy in Sagus Cliffs, aren't you, Manth? Why, yes, I am. They don't come much honester than Manth's pa. I pretty much just sit around all day thinking of ways I could be more honest. Oh, that tattooed fellow isn't the guy I knew? When am I gonna learn? Tabir's meaty palm covers Manth's mouth. That's fine, lad, that's fine. You know, Manth has the most dangerous job in Sagus Cliffs. He's a window washer. Hangs out over the sea faces of those cliff houses and scrubs away without a care. And if that weren't enough, when he's not working, he's down here in the underbelly, helping people find their way around. Go on, just ask him. He knows everything about the place. Whew. That's right, says Manth as Tabir lifts his hand. Ask me anything. You want to hear about the people who live here? Or maybe the Stitcher tunnels? Or the manufactory? Or those crazy Dendro-Hur bastards? Do you know where I can find someone named Matkina? The White Death? You ain't crazy, are you? He lifts his hands placatingly. Sorry, none of my business. I couldn't tell you where she is, but you might want to talk to Mapper. He's squatting in one of the shanties down here. If there's any place she can hide, he'd know about it. Okay, so I gotta find Mapper. Justin asks, do you have a PS4? No, I'm poor. You gotta be tough to run a business down here, even if your bones are made of glass. Yes. Where's the headless guy? Headless man, where did you go? It's Alagarn!
It's you. Reconsidered leaving me here, then?
Alagarn, good to see you again. It's the underbelly. A good place to work if you value your privacy. Some fascinating finds down here, and good people. Well, maybe not so good, but people trying to make a more or less honest living. Farewell for now. Changing God cultist. Hey, what are you doing down here? His eyes widen when you reach your tattoo. They nearly explode when they settle on your face. Holy One, what brings you down here? He blanches at his own impertinence. I meant... Never mind, I shouldn't have asked. Your business is your own, I'm sure. How may I serve you? I'm looking for a woman named Matkina. Your cast-off? Not recently, my lord, but she does work with Folsom from time to time. He may know where she is. Sibling Reviews asks, will you play Simulacra? I don't know what that game is. If it's good, maybe. Do you have an Xbox? No, I'm poor. The number of systems that I have are 1. I have PC. Technically, I have a 3DS as well, but I haven't played my 3DS in almost a year, because buying new games for that is really expensive. What do you look like? The man is pale, dirty, and nervous. He is stealing glances at your tattoo every chance he gets. He flinches when he notices you studying him. Never have I seen it so close. What have I done to earn this blessing? Farewell, sir. Where did the guy with no head go? I want to talk to him. That guy was awesome. Crooked Queek, huh? What is this? Thin glowing thread pierces the surface of the water and plunges deep into the black depths like a white line drawn in shining ink. Examine the line. You try flicking the shining string and your finger goes right through it. Could you try catching something for me? I've had no luck today. Besides, everything down here is pretty much stronger than me. Sure, I'll give it a shot. You pull on the line and something in the dark below pulls back. You press your lips together and reel in your catch. A muddy cipher dangles from the end of the line. It's beautiful. I was just hoping for fish. I can sell it and eat for weeks. Yeah, that's fair. I said I would give it to you. Thank you. Use my fishing pole whenever you want. Neat. Let's tug on the line and see what I get. Nothing is on the hook. Okay. Crooked Queek seems like a cool dude. A small, hollowed-cheeked mutant sings a soft, wavering tune to herself. Well, thanks, Kristen. Cactus, we're just gonna... Let's maybe don't suggest pirating games, please. We're gonna, go ahead and... I can't delete messages that are in there, can I? Cactus, just don't tell people to pirate games. Come on, man. Anyway, she smiles as she arranges. This girl smiles a lot. Hello again. I didn't introduce myself before. I'm Crooked Queek of the Cold Canyon tribe. She coughs into her cupped hands, and a raw and ragged hacking that bends her double. You take her for a child at first, but after studying her features, it's clear she's in her late teens. It's only some mutation in her bony stature born of starvation that makes her seem childlike. You said you're part of the Cold Canyon tribe. Are they down here too? Your real name is Crooked Queek? Yeah. No, they're all gone. Either dead or gone. There used to be a lot of us. We came here when I was a baby, running from a war. Some sort of war that never ends. My parents thought we would be safe here, but the tribe died off, one by one. The city is hard on people like us. You said everyone you're trying... Your real name is Crooked Queek? Sort of. My parents called me Queek, but the nickname came later. It's because I sell junk for high prices and bribe the levies to carry off people in the night. No, not really. People call me Crooked because I look twisted and broken. I wish they wouldn't, but it's okay. It's him! It's him! No. Hang on. Come back, you! I'll come back to you, Queek. Krizit? Ralph. As if you're a robot, aren't you? You need a head. We gotta find a head for you because you're some kind of automaton. Okay, that was less than great. Where was I? Don't you mind that people call you crooked? Not really. I can't call them liars, can I? She smiles, but it's not the radiant thing you saw before. Like, I want to adopt Queek now. Why do you think the fish aren't biting? The fish down here are pretty fast and smart. They're nibbling at the bait, then swimming away. It's hard for me to get the pole in time when the rod twitches, and harder to reel in the catch. I'm not very strong. Do you know where I might find Matkina? Matkina? That's not what people call her. They call her the White Death. She's an assassin. I don't know where she is, and I hope I never do. Well, I'm glad that I got you enough money to get food for a long time. Hello, Veranoth, what is your deal? This large and heavily muscled woman wears what appear to be rags that should have fallen apart ages ago. She looks so tired that it wouldn't be a surprise if she fell asleep on her feet, and yet when she opens her mouth, her voice is energetic, like a little girl who's about to get a present. Hello, can anyone hear what I'm saying? I can't make this work. Without warning, she slaps herself. I hope no one saw that. Oddly, though, no thoughts at all come from this woman. At least you think she has none. There's a faint whispering at the edge of your hearing, but you can't make out any words. Who are you? Are you talking to me? Oh, you are. My name is Veranoth, Champion of the Wastes. That's not my name, you stupid thing. It's Veranoth, Champion of the Waste. Damn, I come from a land you've never heard of. Damn it, I guess I'm not allowed to say. You're controlling a construct, aren't you? Bah, don't be ridiculous, the other woman shouts. You've got it, the girl says a moment later. It keeps yelling over me if I talk about something I'm not supposed to. But if I speak carefully, my family explores the world using special tools. But they tell me I'm too young to help, so I waited until everyone was sleeping and, you know. Are you an explorer too? I am, but not like you. Oh, for some reason I thought that you were a champion of the wastes too. Damn, it did it again, didn't I? Just don't tell anyone what I am, all right? What can that construct do? Is Cuphead free on Steam? No, Cuphead is not. I mean, unless it is today, but it's not free normally. Well, it's really hard to break. My mother, that's usually who controls it, once got stepped on by an adult earthshaker. It just stuck her in the ground like a nail. The woman flexes a massive bicep. Am I flexing? I'm trying to flex. Anyway, it's also incredibly strong. Punch holes in mountains strong. And it's not really a construct. There's no metal inside. She has blood, bones, perfect human expressions. Not that you can tell that from how I do it. Where did you get it? I was born in a storm on a battlefield at night, the woman roars. Huh, she really doesn't want me to tell you what I just tried to tell you. Can't you tell me anything? Seeds. Oh, she let me say it, but I probably won't get away with more. Why do your people explore? Our impenetrable fortress in a lost valley is falling apart. I think we should just go out into the world for real, but no, my family is afraid. The fingers on the woman's right hand wiggle like they're playing an instrument. Her dead expression doesn't change even as the girl's voice rises. I'm not, of course, but they won't even let me use this thing. I have to sneak around, like a child. Neat. Hi, actual child. All the blood. There's a bunch of blood somewhere? Is that what's happening? It's Folsom! Oh, shit. This man towers over you, enormously fat and draped in gaudy clothes. His expression is calm, stern even. Sorry, I got distracted. And raises his hand. His bodyguards relax, watching you. In the space of a second, his eyes flicker over you. He nods, apparently to himself, as if your presence has confirmed something he expected. One of the cast-off godlings. That explains the missing pieces. What are you doing in the underbelly, falling star? I'm looking for someone.
Are you? I know everyone in the underbelly, and I am seeking someone as well. Perhaps we can help each other. This is all that remains of Weedle, one of my protégés. I had hopes for him. Now they will never be realized. The underbelly is poor without him.
This guy's voice keeps changing in my head. The rage beneath his voice cuts each word shorter and shorter.
Bring me any information you find. Help me discover the identity of his killer, and you will be rewarded.
He exhales sharply, then turns around.
I'll remember that.
There is an assassin named Matkina. She is known as the White Death. I have helped her find work in the past, but she has become erratic. If she is not involved, she might know who is. If you wish to help in this matter, ask her what she knows. The creature named Mapper may know where she is.
You can count on me.
I hope so. Trustworthy allies are in short supply.
Folsom seems like a strange name for you.
Yes, the name was a gift, and somewhat of a witticism from my departed mentor many years ago. Before long, the name was the only one I was known by.
A true gift in the light of the unfortunate nature of my given name. I want to examine the murder scene behind you. I will not have you trample through. I can't do that voice anymore. How's it going, Jacob? Doing okay. Gotta get a bunch of stuff done today after the stream and then go play D&D, which will be pretty good. I have to figure out what to do with Atlas because I have to re-roll his character. I don't know, man. I don't know what to do. I will not have you trample through his blood without cause, so there had better be one. He's beyond caring about such things. Besides, it may help me find his killer. If you want my help, you'll let me pass. We'll do that one. Then perhaps I will do without your help. Is your assistance such a gift? Shall I tell Weedle's mother that I allowed a stranger to track her son's blood across the underbelly? Give me a reason, godling, and to make it a good one. I meant no offense, I just want to help.
I understand.
My apologies.
Let him pass when he is ready.
Do you have any ideas about the killer's motive?
I have suspicions, he says, a muscle on his cheek twitching.
Let's see if I can't do that voice a little bit more. Let me throw this back.
And I have enemies. It takes no imagination to conclude that this was meant to hurt me. But the killer did not slit Weedle's throat and leave him for me to find. No, they spilled an ocean of his blood and scrawled nonsense on the walls. If this is a message for me, I cannot interpret it. It suggests the killer is crazy, but which of my enemies is insane?
Do you live in the underbelly?
Not quite. I rarely sleep, so I need no bed of my own, but I have spent most of my life in these tunnels and grottos. It is a good place. Cruel and unforgiving, but good. Sagas foolishly sends its undesirables here, as if it is worthless. But the underbelly is a place of hidden treasures, wise machines, and kind mutants. If I had a home here, I would not regret it.
Alright, let's take a look at this thing. Let's see. There is a skinned hand in the center of the pool of blood, and a bloody circle.
I'm ready to learn something new.
Lore mystical! Sweet, glad I took that. You study the dashes and bleeding pinpricks decorating, binding the circle. They aren't symbols in any known human tongue, but you sense their purpose. The circle was almost inconsequential. These sigils gripped the shape of it and pushed it through time and space. This was, however briefly, a trans-dimensional portal to another place. Now it is dead. Before you can look away from the circle, a memory bulges painfully through your thoughts, and the memory isn't yours. Let me see it! Fresh blood streams over the circle, yanking you through the hollow at its center and into the world beyond. A strip of blistered land coils through a void, as black as a gaping mouth. The air is thick, foul, and textured with the slickness of maggots. Nausea slams into you, filling your head, infecting your thoughts. Oof, I took damage. You shove the horrific memory away from you, slamming your mind shut like a door and swallowing the knot of nausea in your throat. After seeing that world, the bloody pool at your feet seems almost mundane. Neat. A flayed hand with long, slender fingers lies palm up in the center of the pool of blood. The rest of the victim is missing. Interesting. Alright, well, we got a murder mystery on our hands in addition to like a million other side quests. So why don't we take care of some of those in the next time that we play the thing? Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for coming and sticking with me while I play this game for some. It's a lot of work to process what's going on in the game, a lot of reading and a lot of listening and stuff. So thank you very much for sticking through it so far. I hope that you really enjoyed it. I have quite enjoyed it myself. This game is really fun. Let's see if we can't do some more of this in the near future. I'm going to be working on a video for the next Ark Survival Evolved stuff, plus some Little Nightmare stuff, plus some D&D stuff, and plus possibly, actually now that I have the idea for it, maybe some stuff on the Fallout universe as well. Yeah, we'll do it. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye. I clicked the wrong button. This is the right button. Bye.